Jujutsu Kaisen. It's back, baby.
The champ is here.
Yeah, we got color pages for this one. It's pretty cool. Josh, were you about to say something?
Wow, you're good. Yeah, I was gonna jump out the window and just say, let's give it the harmonic RGC.
Already?
Yeah.
Unified.
Well, we're jumping the gun, but yes, fine.
Let's be very clear.
Unified RGC. Unified RGC.
No waiting. No guessing.
Yeah, this is honestly, very anticlimactic. I mean, obviously, this is going to be our really good chapter, all three of us off the bat. But
it was default for Brian. Kind of took a guess with you, but I mean, you haven't chosen Undead or Black Clover.
It's been a minute. I think I've chosen Black Clover more recently than I've chosen Undead. I've definitely chosen Black Clover in recent history. So don't come at me. But that was a good assumption, honestly. Statistically, I think Jujutsu Kaisen kind of leads in really good chapters of the week.
Yeah, even more over One Piece, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Recent.
But yeah, I mean,
anyways,
keep that in mind as we go forward. We actually start with color pages. Someone has filled out a submission, a visitor registration for Weekly Shonen Jump itself.
Uh-oh.
And it's a mangaka, apparently, somebody who wants to be a manga artist. Charles
Bernard.
Yeah, then we get a cool 2-page spread of Uro and Ishigori.
Really dope color spread.
Yeah, there's a weird painting behind them. I wonder what the significance is.
Right, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway.
Cursed energy.
Yeah, it's just a cursed energy painting.
Yeah.
So we start off with someone speaking to Okotsu about him reaching his limits and how what surpasses the horizons of sorcerers, cursed spirits, and strong fighters is overwhelming aggression that disregards all else like a calamity. And, you know, they're basically...
What does that mean?
They're calling Okotsu too soft, is what I'm saying. It's like, he's not going to make it. He may have defeated them, but he is not aggressive enough to match with the future sorcerers as well. You know, as the game continues, there will be only more vicious fucking sorcerers.
Is that supposed to be Sukuna that he's talking to in the first?
He's talking about him, and yeah, that's like Sukuna is the ideal for like what a strong sorcerer is. Just fucking ruthless, don't give a fuck about nobody.
Oh, and that's Uro. I mean, not Uro. That's Cannon Man talking.
Yeah, that's Cannon Man talking. That's
Cannon Man talking.
Yeah.
But he's thinking of someone like Sukuna, who I guess is very aggressive. He is. He is pretty aggressive.
Has not shown a shred of kindness at all this entire time.
Oh, is that what they meant?
Yeah,
specifically.
No. Yeah,
right, fair. Not even a little bit. No,
because
he's looked out for our MC.
Well, only because if he dies, they die together. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
again,
he's never once, like, even at this point, he's never been like, I like you, kid. He says, I'm going to use you, kid, to take over your entire body. But yeah, they're basically calling Kotsu like he's not, you know, he's reached his limit in terms of like how far he'll go, because he's actually a kind person at the end of the day. That even though he defeated Ishigori, he did it just because like he was really looking out and trying to give me a good fight as opposed to just trying to kill me as I stand. So yeah, Okotsu just kind of like. He's like, what are you going to do? There's nothing I could have said to her, Uro, they're talking about. He's like, whatever I'd say would just lead to violence because I'm blessed.
She don't like my type.
Yeah, she don't like me. And then he just immediately is like, anyway, give me your points. And the Kogane comes in and reiterates the new 10th rule that allows players to transfer a number of points to the player of their choosing. And that's where Ishigori is like, oh, cool. I guess that's why you didn't kill us immediately. You know, because...
I like how he says he's blessed.
Yeah.
in response to Uro's situation.
Mm-hmm.
He's like I can't even. He said I can't relate to that. I'm blessed, so
Yeah.
yeah. I got my ride or die with me. She's in my shadow chilling right now.
Right now.
Her location. I always know where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
She always know where I'm at.
Oh yeah. Because we're together always.
Always.
All the time.
All the time.
So yeah, basically he's like, hey, he's like, oh, so that's why you didn't kill us, because we have that rule now, and you need us alive in order to transfer points. And he's like, anyway, be grateful to my comrade because you would have been smoked.
Right. He's like, I would have took them 5 points.
Yeah.
if I couldn't just ask you for yours. So yeah.
There you go. And now we know that Okotsu has 200 points. And that includes 20 points for destroying Duruv and Kururushi. So, good for Okotsu. Very nice. We also see this panel of, I think this is Miwa walking from Kyoto, from the Kyoto school, the lady in the suit with the katana. I don't know if you remember her, Josh. She fought Maki in the inter-school battle thing that they had in one of the earlier arcs. Brian, do you remember her?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I remember her.
You're right.
She used the new shadow style thing, right?
Yep.
And she sucks, but didn't something happen to her?
Well, Mekamaru, she was very close with, I guess, and he did. So, I don't know. Last time we saw her was in Shibuya arc, actually. So, yeah.
She lost the fight again.
At least that's what I think this is. That's who I think this is. I think this is Miwa. I think that's her name, too. I'm pretty sure.
Damn, do you think, is she walking up on Okotsu right now?
I don't know.
Yeah, because that's a blast mark from the beam, I think.
Oh, you're right. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Man, I wonder how many...
Okotsu, you better kill her, man.
I wonder how many
Something's up with her. There's something weird about her. I can't put my finger on it, but there was something they were saying about... Alright. It could be because she may feel that archetype. Alright, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I should save those thoughts.
Yeah, for when we see her, actually.
What's her name again?
Miwa, I believe. So, do your research in the meantime. We then cut over to the offices of Shueisha as this new guy known as, I think his name is Charles.
Charles Bernard.
Yeah, Charles Bernard has submitted his manga to Shueisha in order to get serialized. And this guy's actually is like, your Japanese is pretty good. And he's like, actually, your Japanese is pretty good. He's like, I'm Japanese.
Right, he's like, nigga, what? Yeah, I am.
I'm Japanese, yeah. And Charles Bernard actually explains that he was born and raised in Japan, even though his parents are French. So,
what a dickhead! That is not the same at all. That is not the same at all. That's very uppity, actually.
Yeah.
Like, listen, white boy, you fucking, you clearly do not look Japanese, so you should be used to it all your life. The same way I know that everyone mad people look at me and think I'm Dominican or some type of Spanish variant.
You are.
It is what it is.
Nobody knows, but you are. You're going to find that out one day. It's going to be a big twist. That's why you rock with the bass line in bodegas so much.
Oh, I do like it a lot. When you told me the story, I started listening, and now it's over. I can't not hear it. Yeah, Spanish bass line.
The Dominican bass line.
Dominican bass line.
Okay, so yeah, he's submitting his manga, and he's talking about how like, oh, so you base this on an old classic tale, and that's not like bad, but it's pretty common. And Charles gets tight. He's like, common.
That shit, I'm hot.
Definitely. He says, I don't know. This is kind of hard to grasp, and it requires too much context. He's like, but this is a shonen magazine. He's like,
What is that even supposed to mean? That response?
Yeah.
That's not congruent, right?
I don't think so.
Right? Yes, that's essentially, yes, you're right. This is a shonen magazine, which is exactly why the complicated and mature themes is.
Yeah, it's weird.
Are you sure your Japanese is good?
By the way, this isn't how fingers bend. He like referring to his art is like, and your art kind of sucks, bro.
Your art's kind of whack.
He's like here, like fingers don't bend this much, and then he just bends this editor's finger. He's like, now it's just like in my manga. That's crazy. And he starts actually yelling. He's like, if you need realistic art, then go watch live action movies or stare at photographs.
Well, he was tight.
Yeah, he's like, why don't you understand the impact and passion that you can't get for precise art? And he just storms out, which, I mean, good on him. He didn't end up killing the guy.
Well, yeah, because a precedent has been set in this manga, sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's still kind of a psychopath.
Hey, I'm saying in, like, compared to everything else that's happened in this series, this guy is beyond lucky that he just got away with a broken finger. Especially since they seem to be knee deep in the culling game here. Where regular people could get it just as easy.
Yeah. Wait, they are right now?
Yeah. They're in the Tokyo colony. I believe so, right?
I don't think this might have been the past. There's no way this is happening
during... This guy's still working during the culling game? I gotta clock in.
I know the Japanese's work ethic is...
Hey, we're releasing a magazine on Monday, so...
Right. He said, this shit still gotta come out.
Yeah, I mean, New Jump City has to recap, so, we can't let them down. Yo, imagine us in this universe. We're so tight. It's like there's no jump because of the...
Oh my god, there's always some dumb shit happening in Japan.
Yo, what? Oh, apparently Oda's off for 3 weeks because of the culling game.
People are getting powers and killing each other in Japan or whatever. Bullshit.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah. They can still make manga.
Yeah.
Not playing. Move to fucking, I don't know, wherever's close to Japan. I'm not great with geography in that area, and I don't want to be ignorant, so I'm going to back off.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to kill a manga artist?
Go to Hokkaido. There's no culling game in Hokkaido, right? It's just wilderness.
Yeah. You're going to tell me you're going to go up to Eiichiro Oda and kill him because you're in the culling game? That's the real villain there.
I think Uro would definitely kill him, no problem.
Uro would never. Uro's low-key a fan of One Piece.
I hope.
Her favorite character is Robin. There's no way. I don't buy it. Anybody who would kill Oda during the culling game is truly dark of heart. The only person who would is Kenjaku. That's the only person I can think of who would do that. Nobody else. Anyway. We're not great at transitioning, and neither is Jujutsu Kaisen, because now we're on a Ferris wheel.
Right.
Somehow, Charles has ended up on a Ferris wheel with Hikari. I called it. He's next.
Good.
They're just chilling on this Ferris wheel. He's like, I'm glad there's still electricity around here. And Hikari's like, I'm not. Who wants to ride a Ferris wheel with a dude? So he's like, well, why did you could have refused. Why did you come here? He's like, I needed to scope this place out in case I ever bring a babe.
Babe. I'm amazed. That is the response.
He's like, you think Tokyo will ever recover from this? He's like, we're exact opposites. I came to the gaze upon the end of all. Ever since cursed spirits.
Oh.
Yeah, all right. He said there hasn't been many outlets for manga. Creators and editors are just giving up. Bro,
well,
there's magical battles happening all around you.
Yeah, man. Everyone's on hiatus, man. Get with the fucking times. Everyone's giving up. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I low-key understand why he would be upset. I'd be bummed.
Well, I mean, bad timing for him trying to make it, but I think he should wait a couple months or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean,
Probably leave the Tokyo colony.
Yeah.
Just leave the general area.
Well, once you're in it, you can't really leave. I had my headphones backwards.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, Kenjaku gave everybody one chance to leave, and that's it.
And if you didn't know what was going on, that was it?
No, he let everybody know what the situation was.
So convenient.
I think I think that was like part of the rules of initiating the culling game. I forgot how this.
And some people was just like,
a lot of people left. To be fair, like a lot of civilians bounced, and that's probably what happened with the manga artists. They were like, "I'm out. I want out of here."
and he was just like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna keep trying to get serialized."
He said
during this war.
He said, "Why would you? Why would you leave? You still have manga to make."
There's a lot we don't know about what happened between that meeting and him meeting up with Hikari, so I'll reserve some judgment.
Yeah, so he goes on to say, "Is like, I need to ask a favor. Give me a reason to fight. Manga characters for reasons. The reasons for the culling game, for fighting in the culling game, are negative, and a battle manga needs to give readers something positive. So please make me hate you so bad that I could kill you." And Hikari goes like, "Oh, okay, I could do that. You're like a manga creator, right? Well, I wouldn't read your manga if you begged me to. Your gloomy disposition might affect me." And then, like, he's like, please make fun of me, make me hate you. And then Hikari does it. And he goes just like, "Why would you say such a mean thing?" And that's where the chapter ends.
I mean, I would have just been. I don't know. That was really specific. I guess like they get to the point. I would have said something about his mama, like, "Your mama's so fat. When she's in the middle of the road, I had to turn, and by the time I got around her, it was tomorrow," or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, he really took that opportunity and said, "Okay, I'm gonna. You want me to hurt your feelings?" Okay.
He said, "Hurt my feelings," and then he did. But that's where that chapter ends.
Icy to me.
But whatever. Yeah, Josh, what did you think about this chapter?
Well, it was my RGC, right?
Yes.
Kind of by default.
Oh yeah, basically.
Oh, you know what? I don't even want to say that. I might have made a mistake.
Well, Josh, there's no protocol.
All right, no. This is still the RGC, but it was close. It was close. There was another one that was really good. Anyway, don't really have any extra thoughts, to be honest with you. This character's introduction was not nearly as epic as any of the other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, the jokester guy came in out of nowhere. We didn't get much. No, we did get something. He was like a stand-up comedian, right?
Yeah. But his introduction was...
This wasn't... I don't feel... Oh, it literally says Shueisha on the sign.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's funny.
No, it's Shueisha.
Wow. Okay. Nah, man. Like I said, I'm going to reserve how I feel about this character because I feel like we're going to get way more. Like, I mean, we need to figure out how the hell they got to this point on the Ferris wheel. Why he's even going up there to fight him instead of just punching him in his face and saying, "Give me your points."
Yeah.
Fuck you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hikari's a weirdo himself, so maybe we'll learn about both of them. So I'm really looking forward to learning about these characters. Otherwise, I like the conversation with Okotsu in the beginning. That's really the strength of this chapter, if you ask me. That's where most of my enjoyment was. Because I'm gonna tell you this: the way Okotsu brushed off what Ishigori, that's his name, Ishiguro, right?
Yeah.
Ishigori. I don't think he like really took his words to heart. I think like he was, listening to him and felt like nah, man, literally what makes me strong is me being tenderhearted. If it wasn't for me having that type of disposition and accepting Rika and being so kind towards my friends and loving them, my ability wouldn't be as strong. I wouldn't have Rika. You know what I mean? Like most what I'm trying to say is all of his strength has come from him, his tenderness. So it's like you're capping, bro. You're capping. And I got something for Sukuna too. Believe it. That's what he was thinking in his head. He probably was thinking of Sukuna. Was like, yeah, that's probably some shit he would say too. It's all right. I'm gonna slice him up good. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna spare his life.
Yeah, 100%. Were those all your thoughts?
Yeah, pretty much. Brian, you have any particular thoughts about this chapter?
I really like this chapter mainly because I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the other guy. I forgot his name already.
Charles.
No, the other guy, the guy that's with him.
Hikari,
yeah. I'm really interested to see more from him, just because he's in Okotsu tier. He's on a Okotsu's level. So he's supposed to be one of the people who can surpass Gojo. So I want to see that out of him. I want to see some more from him. I want to feel Okotsu level hypes when it comes to Hikari, and I think this is gonna be his chance to kind of showcase that he is that dude, and he can be that dude.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with Brian. I actually thought Charles's intro was kind of cool. It's interesting. I don't really know what he's about. He seems to be a crazy person, as a lot of these sorcerers are. A lot of these sorcerers actually are. He did have a little more in-depth intro than the comedian guy. But I feel like Gege Akutami really gives us just enough about these characters for us to find them somewhat interesting. And he explains more about them as the arc continues, and through the progression of the fight. So I think this is kind of par for the course for the more significant enemy sorcerers that we've met so far. I'm also stoked to see Hikari. This guy, there's a lot of hype behind him. Like Brian said, he's an Okotsu level sorcerer. On top of that, he's got like this whole Fight Club vibe to him. So he's like a lot scrappier than Okotsu by nature. He's so there's a lot of like intrigue and excitement that goes around with him. And remember his curse technique seems to be stand clear of the closing doors. So I don't really know where they're gonna take it.
Yeah, I forgot his curse technique. What is it again?
He just seems to summon doors that close on people. As we've seen so far, this seems to be like transit related. We made like a couple transit related curse technique. So I don't know. Maybe there's obviously more to it. And what we got so far of him is a little tease, but I'm excited. I mean, I don't know if Akutami can deliver a fourth consecutive fire battle, but I don't really have any doubts that he can. You know what I mean? I'm very excited to see where he goes. Akutami has obviously proven himself to be a great choreographer of battles. So I'm excited to see where he goes. Oh, what's up, Brian?
One more thing. I forgot. So that's the fucking demon dude in the first chapter in like with a code.
I believe that's Sukuna. I don't know who else it would be.
That's Sukuna.
Why is he talking to Sukuna?
He's not talking to Sukuna. I think
that's what I thought too at first. Like this was something like the first bubbles that we seen were things that Sukuna said to him at one point, which would not have made any sense. Now that I think about it.
No, I think this is a reference to Sukuna, because they're talking about what the strongest fighters have and its overwhelming aggression, and who's an example of that? The strongest cursed spirit there is, Sukuna. He's the peak of what they're talking about. Basically, he's the most ruthless spirit around. So that's like kind of the reference they're making here. Sukuna's not actually there.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's just. It takes too much thinking to put that together,
Yeah, but how is it possible that he's talking to him? You know, like he's in Itadori. He can't be talking to Okotsu right now. Because I think
unless Okotsu ate a finger.
He did not.
Mm-hmm.
Ishigori is talking to him and he's saying that he's seen it and he's an ancient sorcerer, so it's very possible that he actually like
I forgot about that.
He may possibly have known Sukuna for a moment. So, you know, oh my god. I hope my cat doesn't just jump on my equipment. But yeah, I think that's the reference there. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's happening. I'll grant that that's a little unclear. So you know, I get it. I get the little confusion, but I think that's what they were going for there.
Yeah, I just forget that this guy is a fucking ancient sorcerer.
Yeah, they only mention it ever like once or twice. Like, you know, you got to very well pay attention to find out who's ancient and who's not. Reggie was ancient. Higuruma was not. And I don't think either the comedian guy is either. So I love this fucking arc mainly because it just like I feel like I've said this before, it just makes this world so much more open than we thought it was. Like yeah,
it like all these characters that he's introducing are it's just banger after banger after banger after banger. Like all of them are interesting. And it makes you want to see more of them.
Yeah.
Like, I want this guy to come back in the future. This fucking pompadour laser motherfucker.
Hey, he
lived.
Be
fucking be lit.
He lived, so maybe that's very well possible.
Okotsu. I feel like everything hype stems from my viewing of the Sasuke retrieval arc. Everything. Like, that shit was iconic. And I'm saying that for everyone listening because every time I imagine something cool like that, like characters coming back, I always think like, oh man, imagine they come back and to support them in a fight. What was cooler than the Sasuke retrieval arc?
Yeah.
Don't say CP9.
It's the only rival. I'll say that. I mean, look, Sasuke retrieval arc is it's easily one of the greatest arcs of all time, for sure. It's the one everybody references when they talk about Naruto as like one of the better arcs. So I'll never.
That shit was crazy.
I'll never take that away from Naruto.
Never,
not once. You know,
not even God could take that away. You understand?
And he's tried. Oh Lord, he's tried.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm so glad it's back. I'm glad we don't have another break next week from it. So, you know, excited to find out what's next for it.